Hello, everyone. Dr. Tranquil here. How are you doing today? Let's see who's joining me live today. A special welcome to you. If this is your first time, welcome to 15 Minutes Straight Talk. I'm really, really excited to spend the next 15 minutes with you. For those of you joining me live or watching the replay, let me start by saying a special thank you for deciding to share your time with me today. Now we have a wonderful topic for episode 74. I'm going to share one power tip to overcome procrastination. How many of you watching me live or the replay struggle with procrastination? And I think even the best of us who might consider ourselves to be champions in time management or organization procrastinate about different things, right? I consider myself to be a champion of time management and organization, and yet still there are things I do procrastinate about. But the problem is that constant procrastination, of course, has its impacts and the consequences in our life, our business, our professional life. So hence, it's really something that we should pay close attention to, right? So according to the dictionary, I mean, there's no need to define it, but it's really the act of or habit of delaying or postponing or constantly putting something off. That's what procrastination is really. And there was a research conducted by Steele 2007 that clearly indicated that 26% of the population admit to being chronic procrastinators. That's persons that constantly procrastinate, all the time procrastinating about something or the other. And there's so many things we procrastinate about. What are some of the typical things that you procrastinate about? Well, of course, the top of my list is the tax returns, right? I'm sure for many of us, folding the clothes. I mean, now what I start to do, as long as I'm the one who's picking up the clothing, I have the basket, the laundry basket right there with me, and I fold it as I pick it up. But of course, I'm not the only one picking up the clothing. So then when someone else does it, there's a tendency to throw it in we have a large laundry basket for clean clothing that needs to be folded. And they just dump it all in there. And I need to make the time to do that. So, of course, I'm sure many of us we procrastinate about folding the clothes or ironing the clothes, taking the dog for a walk. What about the garage? A typical one I always hear. Cleaning out the garage, or preparing a major report. Some of you working on your book, you're procrastinating about writing that book. Or you started that book, but you're procrastinating about writing the next chapter. Or preparing your business plan, getting ready to work on your business. Or what about the typical one of filing? How many of you right now, your office desk at home is cluttered with papers to file? Does it sound like you procrastinate about getting the filing done? So, even if you consider yourself to be a champion in time management, I'm sure if we look within, we can find things in our life that we procrastinate about. Going for that jog, starting that exercise, buying the gym equipment you've so long wanted to put in the house. I mean, so many things that we tend to procrastinate about. But what does this tell us? Out of all of the things that I've listed, and even you, those in your life that you typically procrastinate about, what does this tell us? This typically tells us that we are aware of what needs to be done. So that's one of the positive aspects. One of the positive things that can come out of this is typically when we're procrastinating about something, is that we are aware of what needs to be done. Now, the impact of procrastination is that when you continue to procrastinate about things that need to get done, it causes you unnecessary stress. It can raise your anxiety levels. It can affect your level of happiness, your peace of mind, and depending on what you're procrastinating about, can really cause you to feel like a complete loser. Now, I've often heard persons with regards to the things to do list, I've often heard persons say things like, well, hey, if you put an item off from one day to the next, that's procrastinating. But that really is not procrastinating. So there's a difference there. If you overcommitted yourself for the day, that's not procrastinating. You prepared your things to do list and you overcommitted yourself, or you have someone finish business that has to go to the next day, then that's different. But it's when you are aware of something that needs to get done and you listen to that inner voice that tells you, leave it for another day, leave it for tomorrow, then you actually put that task off. You've been procrastinating that task. So the time has come today. If you find yourself struggling with procrastination, if you're watching me live or you're watching the replay and you're struggling with procrastination, the time has come to put some changes in. So you'll have less clutter around you, less disorganization, reduce your stress, reduce your pressure, have a more balanced life, complete some of those unfinished projects that you're working on, and making time to doing the things that you love. That's what overcoming procrastination can do for you. When you take the time to overcome procrastination, you find yourself getting rid of some of the clutter around you, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, whatever type of clutter around you, you can overcome that clutter. Can you relate to that? When you take the time and not allow procrastination to step in, you will have less disorganization around you because you're doing the things that need to get done to keep your environment and the things you need to be more organized. When you take the time to do some of the things you need to get done with regards to your health, going for that jog, going for that walk, buying the gym equipment, starting your exercise, then of course you will have a more balanced life. Procrastinating, starting to eat that salad, one of the things I did when I wanted to lose 50 pounds, at one time in my life, I lost 50 pounds. And one of the things I did was that I would prepare my meal the day before and I would have it in the container. And all the salad would even be cut up already. So it's just a matter of getting those bags out, those seal bags, taking from it and just dump everything in the bowl so I could make my salad. Because if I didn't do that, I would procrastinate just making the salad. I mean, making a salad would take you barely 10 minutes, but in our minds it's like, oh, that's going to take me so much time to go do that now. So how can you make your life easier? So what you need to do is examine those things that you're procrastinating about and find out how can you make your life easier. So I promise today, and I could talk on the subject for a very long time, but of course in 15 minutes straight talk we keep it 15 minutes. I promise today to share one power tip to overcome procrastination, right? And if you're struggling with procrastination, whether it's in your business life, your personal life, your professional life, whichever area of your life that you struggle with procrastination, here's what I want you to do. As a matter of fact, what I'm asking you to do, I want you to incorporate all aspects of your life. And I want you to get a pen and paper out and I want you to have a brain dump and I want you to record everything that just needs to get done. So all that clutter that you've had up in here is being up in your head. Just get it out of your head onto that paper and have a brain dump of all the things you need to get done. It doesn't matter the length of the list. It could be 20, it could be 30, it could be 40, it could be 15, 10. Just dump everything on that paper, all the things that you need to get done for all the different areas of your life. So whether it's personal, some of the things you need to get done might be um, cleaning out the garage or cleaning out the garden or decluttering your wardrobe, folding the clothes, completing your tax returns. Like for me this morning, I finally contacted the accountant. I've been procrastinating that for so long. On all it took was just to send an email to the accountant and do what I had to do. So make a list, have that brain dump in your business life. What are you procrastinating about in your business life? Have you been procrastinating about starting your coaching business, putting your business plan together, conducting market research? What have you been procrastinating about? Creating your ideal client avatar profile in business. What have you been procrastinating about? Maybe reaching out to a virtual assistant, actually connecting with a couple of virtual assistants and making that choice. What have you been procrastinating about in your professional life? If you're working 9 to 5, are there projects that you're working on that you've been procrastinating about? Or is it just simply your office desk at home that is so cluttered and you need to finally declutter that office space? What are some of the things in your life right now, be it business, be it professional, be it personal, that you have been procrastinating about, and have that brain dump? Put it all down on paper. Just doing this simple exercise, I can guarantee you, you're going to feel a sense of relief. You might think it's going to make me feel overwhelmed to see it all on paper. No, it wouldn't, because you're getting the clutter out of here. And that clutter there was creating a lot of mental stress for you that you didn't even imagine was there until it got all out on paper. And then I want you to look at that list and I want you to choose 6 things of that on that list. The 6 most important things on that list that needs to get done. So you look at that list right now and you choose 6 of the most important things on that list that needs to get done. So one might be contact the accountant. One might be Call the tax office. Maybe there's something you needed sorted out. Another might be declutter your bedroom, because of course having the clutter around you is just so much stress. Or perhaps it's declutter your office desk. Declutter that office desk, clean it up nicely. That might be one. What are six of the most important things on your list that you definitely need to get done? And you get it done. And you set a time span, whether it's in 24 hours or 48 hours, and you get that done. Now, just doing this simple, powerful exercise, what it does is that it gives you the impetus you need now to tackle everything else. It gives you that spring in your step. There is nothing more rewarding as completing something you've been procrastinating about. Isn't that true? Have you ever felt a sense of relief when, for instance, you've been procrastinating about something, whether it's cleaning the garden or doing some filing, and once that is done, it's like you feel so good. It's like you could just start screaming and dancing all over the house. You're in a happy mood. It raises your vibration. I'm sure you can attest to that. So I know that this exercise, you're going to find great value in this exercise. So get that list out, get pen to paper, and have a brain dump and write down everything that you've been procrastinating about in your business life, your professional life, your personal life. Write that down. Even if it's creating your affirmation, something simple as that. Whatever it is that you've been putting off for the next day and the next day and the next day. Whatever it is you've been putting off for months now. It could be taking your children on a special outing that you've been promising them, whatever it is, all that you've been procrastinating, write it down. Have that brain dump and feel the relief as you let everything out from your mental space onto that physical paper. And then I want you to look at it and you choose the six most important things in that list and the time frame that you're going to complete it in the next 24 hours, and you get it done. I can guarantee you that if you were to take this one power tip, you're going to feel a great sense of relief, and it's going to give you the spring in your step you need to tackle everything else. So, as to everything else, you prioritize whatever is remaining on the paper, and you set a time frame, a realistic time frame to get those things done one at a time, one step at a time. And this is going to help you greatly. Procrastination is not a personality trait, it's just a habit. It's just a habit. It's just a conditioning that has grown over time. So you can change it. You can change the conditioning by changing your habit. And to change your habit, it starts just by doing this one power tip that I'm telling you about already. Just having that brain dump, choosing the six most important things that need to get done, and start to get it done. Just start to take action on what really matters. Right? So that's our 50 minutes straight talk for today. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. I want to wish you all the best for the day. By the way, if you haven't yet signed up for my Profitable Coaching Business Clinic, it starts on Thursday. So if you're a coach, whether you're struggling in your coaching business, whether you're new to coaching, I'm inviting you to join our 4 week. It's 4 weeks of coaching. We go live on Zoom once every week. You get all your questions answered. And the topics that we'll be covering this week will be starting with mindset, the six-figure mindset. Then next week, we'll be talking about creating an amazing coaching program and an irresistible offer. Week 3, we talk about optimization strategies for conversions. And week 4, we talk about getting targeted inquiries and leads. I'm going to leave the link below this video. If you want to join this free 4 week profitable coaching business clinic, do sign up now. 26 persons have already saved their spot, and we only have a limited number of spaces. So do sign up now, click the link and join it. And I look forward to working with you over those 4 weeks. Bye for now and have an awesome day today.